we got the cast of characters tonight. I'm here, myself, Mike Howerton, Mr. Excitement. We got the Admiral, Tracy Rumschlag. Tracy, how you doing tonight?
Hey, drop your beer, grab your gear. The Admiral's here. But Mike, I got a question for you. How was wine country this week? You were up in New York all week tearing up Watkins Glen. How'd that go?
Oh man, I tell you what, it was great. I go check out the streaming series on the channel, on the YouTube channel. It's called Race to 2K. I just mess around and rode all the time, and like some of the guys in the team got me in the GT3 cars a bunch, and I just plummeted my iRating because I'm horrible at those. And so I went from like 1700 or so down to like 800 or 900. And so this week I didn't like Kansas over in the NASCAR stuff, so I was like, I want to spend the week and see how quickly I can get my iRating up. I spent the whole week in the MX5s at Walkins Glen and went from like 900 iRating up to 20 or 2039, I think is what I did now. So I bumped up about 1,000 iRating in about 5 days on the roadside. So like I was tearing it up, man. I worked and worked and worked, and finally I kept looking at the top times of the guys that were leading the races, like in the middle split and stuff.
What got to me is that you didn't make no enemies out there.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
I don't know about that. Yeah, you didn't see that race.
Yeah, there was a dust up last night. Well, maybe we'll talk about that later. It was kind of funny, but no, man, yeah, Trace, you were there with me the whole time. The whole journey, and like I was running like 120 a minute 26 seconds something. And I was like, man, how these guys running faster than that? Some guys are running like a minute 25s, and then I got into like a middle or upper split race, and they were releasing like minute 24 seconds and something. And I went and got a better setup, and then I made some tweaks to it myself, and I got my times clear down to like, I think my fastest lap this week was a minute 24.3 or something like that.
I mean, that was a buck 24.1. That was your fastest lap.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, because the track had low usage on it, and I was drafting with somebody. 120. It was 111. It was a minute 24.111. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I got to where, I mean, I worked hard. I felt good all week, where I was running the same speed as the top guys that were like 4,000 above iRating in top split. And then granted, it was D class Mazdas, but like, hard work can pay off. We got in the Motec, looked at what I was doing, and you replicated it. We got to that one race where you beat me.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story on this. So Mike's doing good all week, right? I'm riding around and I'm way off pace, just like he was. And I thought, Mike, what are you doing, right? So he figured out, he threw me an IBT file. I sat down and crunched the numbers one night after we got, went to bed. And then I looked at it and I found the area that he was killing everybody. And he was like full send into the bus stop, the chicane, the bus stop on the back there. And he was making up huge amount of time. I'm looking at it. And it's like, man, I was getting out of it way early. And once I got over that, then I was able to keep up. And then that's when the fun really kicked in. And we just started doing well too. And then we spent all last night, we do like 4 hours of racing or something crazy. But yeah, we spent a lot of time there.
In the morning. Yeah, it's 9:30 to like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I saw you at 1 o'clock in the morning on there on YouTube.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to watch those streams, they're posted. They were a lot of fun. And then, like Mike said, he was like second or third, and somebody dove bomb him on the last corner, last lap, and didn't work out well.
Right side. Still there. All clear. Right side. Still there. Clear, clear, clear. Right side. Still there. Still there. You're clear. Be about 4 more laps, maybe 5. Right side, clear.
Oh, good race, Jay.
Dumped you on the last corner.
Turn around. Trying to fix our damage up here. Watch
Good job, Matthew.
That is checker flag.
Good job, Kent.
Well, sorry, I locked it up. It's my
For
fault.
whatever it's worth, man, you did a fantastic job today, bud.
Have a good race, Joe.
Dude, that was really dirty racing. Like, really dirty, dude.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that was a whole different story. It was a couple of, I found it was a couple of A Open drivers that had like 6,000 iRating were messing around and those Mazdas like I was, and like maybe I'll show the replay here in a minute. I got it somewhere, but it was just like, the last turn he was 2 cars back and he dove past the car in between us and then just dove right into me. And if I hadn't have been there, he would have probably slammed in the wall, used my car as like a barrier or something to bounce off of and just took me out. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like really like sarcastically. I don't know. And the other guy, his buddy was like, "He offered you an apology. You gonna accept it?" I'm like, "Well, I didn't know what to say." I was like, it's not that it's not that I wouldn't accept his apology. It just didn't seem very sincere. And then the guy was like, well, maybe, and the guy who did it was like, well, maybe I don't show emotions or something, well enough on here or something, but I'm sorry, and I was just, and I watched it again and I'm like, okay, and then the other guy was like, the guy who kept butting in, there was some guy who went and watched the replay and was like, oh yeah, that guy was just full sin. That looks really intentional, And this other guy that was his buddy, he was like, man, why are you nosing other people's business? It didn't happen to you. Like the guy that watched, and like, I'm listening to this whole thing and it was kind of surreal. And then at one point I said something about how, I was like, man, that was a choice, or something like that. And the guy goes, that don't sound very Christian like. And I was like, what? It was
Yeah.
like, they were just messing with me, I think. Like, I don't know. And anyway, and then at one point I said, well, I said, somehow or another, the oval side got brought up. Those guys are like, we're just, we race oval all the time and we're clean. And I said, well, I race oval all the time too. I was like, I have like, mid 4,000 iRating on oval is pretty high. I was like, I race pretty clean. And that guy goes, oh, I didn't know a 4,000 iRating was high. And I was like, okay, maybe it's not. I was like, I don't know. I mean, whatever, you tell me, dude. And so, and like, nobody was yelling, nobody was fighting. It was just a kind of a surreal conversation. So afterwards, I look them up, and like they race almost exclusively cup, some truck, and they have like 6,000 some iRating. I think they were just messing with me, but who knows? Like, I don't know what was going on, but like, I didn't let it get to me. The guy's like, I don't want you to go to sleep and think about this for the next couple of days and not getting sleep tonight because he wrecked you. And I'm like, dude, I was like, I don't care. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, that was kind of crazy. You guys probably go back and watch that live stream if you wanted. It was, what race was it, Tracy? The 12:30 race last night?
Yeah, that was the last one I ran.
Yeah, if y'all want to get some entertainment and go to the end of that, it was pretty wild. So anyway, yeah, that was what I was up to. So we also got on here tonight the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Cook. How you doing,
the number one
man?
team driver. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a new title for Robert. He's now officially the number one team driver.
Well, okay, but you guys might not have heard this. But if you lean your numbers forward, you can gain a 10. You can gain a 10th. Okay, it's a proven fact. I proved it last week. You lean your numbers
did Junior
forward.
help you that?
Yeah, Junior brought that up.
Okay.
His dad told him, when you run, how do you run? You face forward. So I heard that. So let me see where my numbers. I think mine were leaning back, so I leaned mine forward, and I gained a 10. That it might be something in iRating. You guys would lean your numbers back or straight up. You might want to start leaning forward, and you gain a 10.
Hey, Robert, so let's pretend everybody's like me and had no clue what you were talking about. I was like, what do you mean lean my numbers forward? I said, iRacing stamps on one there. I'm not running a custom number. And I said, what are you talking about? And you told me how it's the, well, why don't you tell everybody what you mean and how to lean their numbers forward? Because I'm sure everybody wants to gain a 10. In fact, I want to cut this little piece of video out and make it a short for the podcast. I'm sure it'll get the most views out of it. In fact, all I got to do is put the title, Robert Cook's tried and true method to gain at least 1 to 2 tenths, 1 to 2 tenths every lap.
Can we Motec it? Is there a channel for that?
Yeah, well, and I'm sure this will get the most. Why don't you tell everybody how to do it?
You go to your iRating where you paint your card, and you go to numbers where your numbers painted at, and then you see it. You can look down and it says how you want your numbers to lean. Well, you lean them forward, and I guarantee you're going to gain a 10th. Guaranteed. If it's nothing else, it's going to build that confidence up, is because you got your numbers facing the right way, the way that Junior told you to run it. Okay.
All right, hey, and Robert. And Robert, how's it going lobbying to get him on the podcast?
Well, if I mention his name once a week, he might show up.
Oh, okay.
I think an email would be quicker, but hey, we'll do it your way.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this short clip from our Alien Factory podcast. Be sure to check us out every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time here on our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/Area 51 Alien Factory. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. We really appreciate your subscription to the channel. Also, if you really want to help the channel out, the best thing you can do is share this video anywhere you can, on Facebook, on Twitter, Discord, anywhere that you can share the video. We'd appreciate it. That's really going to help our channel out. Also, get down to the bottom and you can check out the description below. There's some promo codes and affiliate links down there and different things down in the description. So don't forget to get and check that out. And if you would like to get notified anytime that we go live with either our podcast, live streaming races, or when we upload any of our great on-demand content series here on the channel, just hit that bell icon down below and you will get notified anytime that new content comes up on the channel. We appreciate you sticking with us this video. And as always, we will see you in the next one.